we go. But those links will take you directly to a download of the files that we're going to be training on tonight. Okay, and we're live on YouTube. Everybody can hear me okay? So that's awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and get right into this presentation. As I said, this presentation was actually put together by one of the real estate resellers that she's using in her presentations to do to real estate groups, and having great success with it. It's very to the point. It goes. She walks through it beautifully. I had the privilege of listening to her walk through it in the very beginning. So glad to have her put this together. I did do a couple of updates. I put some beacon information in here. That's the one thing that it didn't have. And when we did the presentation, most of the questions were on the beacons. So we're going to go through this real quick. One thing that you need to remember is to have your real estate app in your hand when you're doing this presentation. Just like any show and tell presentation, you want to show them. You want to be able to text them a link, send a link to everybody, and before the presentation starts, that way they can open the app on their phone. The most important thing you can do, and I have found this in my last 6 years of mobile marketing, when you show and tell, you need to have it on their phone so they can see exactly how it works. Now, the great thing about our mobile apps is when you purchase the app, it automatically goes to the Google Store. There is an upcharge for the Apple Store, just because Apple charges a fortune to upload to the Apple Store, and it's a little more difficult to do, and there's some other programming that has to be done. So, but with that said, we're going to walk through this presentation. I'm just going to go through it. As with any presentation, you will formulate your own presentation. Did anybody click on the first link up there? I noticed that presentation, the PRESTANTION attached to the link. Let me see if I can drop that in there again real quick, just to make sure you've got a clean link to click on. So you can, now this is a PowerPoint. There is also a PDF presentation in there that you can use. It's the full presentation on PDF form. Just open up the form and you can scroll through it during your presentations. But this is the opening slide, obviously. You just put your company here. And the title of this is How to Capture Buyers. How to capture buyers in the real estate market. You can change any of this on here that you want. This is just happens to be the presentation that she put together. The app. Options include your digital business card. As with any app, I think it's extremely important that you have the information that you need in there to directly contact, directly get in touch with, to have the opportunity to have that engagement with a person. And on the business card, it's on there. The option on the Google Play is automatically there. The Apple Store, these are native apps. Okay, these apps are native apps. That's what creates the geofencing that's a part of this page. Links to your Facebook page, your website, your home landing page, whatever information they have that they want on their app from their real estate market. Push notifications anytime. I know Will Sims is on tonight. I saw him click on a while ago. I don't see him now because there's a lot of people in here. But the push notifications, I see Will send out push notifications. He's testing all the time. You literally go into the back end of the platform. And we're going to go over the back end of the platform one more time next week. We've had a few questions. We've done some updates and some things in the platform. So we're going to go over that again next week. But push notifications anytime. You can literally go in there and put it in there. And if the person has the app on their phone, they'll get the push notification immediately. For open house, let's say you've got 50 or 100 or 200 people that have your app. They're looking for homes. You can simply push out a notification that says, hey, we've got an open house. And then when they drive into that area and they reach the geofence, they get another notification. And then when they leave that area, they get another geofence message, an arrival and an exit. Maybe there's a price change on the homes that your customers look for. And you're able to go in there and say, hey, we just had a price change. We just had a reduction on this home. You send it out to 30 or 40 people. Somebody says, hey, that's now in our price range. we want that house. So the app is extremely intuitive. It does a lot of things for the realtor. We've been working on the geofencing. Matter of fact, Will Sims and I have been testing many hours on the geofencing. We just updated the APK, and it's in the system now to be uploaded. We'll have yours updated in the morning. So the APKs are updated, and the geofencing, we had a couple of bugs in it, but that's been worked out. So the app is extremely intuitive. It's very easy to use. It's easy to set up, and it's easy to make sure that the realtor knows how to use it, along with the back office. And then you're going to talk about geofencing. A lot of people don't understand geofencing. Geofencing is simply setting a unique marketing boundary, a circle, if you will, an area around a particular point, whether it be a couple of miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, whatever you want to do, when customers enter it. And it allows you to send them a specific targeted message. The great thing about our geofencing is it doesn't use a location. It uses triangulation of cell towers. So if you're driving down the road and a person doesn't have on their GPS, but they've still got their phone and they have the app, the triangulation of the cell towers is going to allow them to get the geofencing. And beaconing, sometimes known as proximity beacons. We call them proximity beacons. These devices transmit relevant targeted messages and information to nearby mobile devices. Of course, these beacons would be set up at the home. The realtor would carry a beacon, either a pocket beacon or a keychain beacon. We have a 1,000-meter beacon, and we're going to go over those exactly in a minute. But those beacons are there to transmit any information. Maybe they want to transmit out a YouTube virtual tour or a website that's got a virtual tour on it. They're able to do that directly from the beacon. So very easy to set up, very easy to use, and you also have an intuitive CMS program for the beacon program. Geofencing, select the area that you know is hot, okay? 2 mile radius or 3 mile, whatever you want it to be. Message in, message out. That means you can set up a geofenced message as they arrive. And then again, when they leave that area, they get another geofenced message. Maybe you want to send them to another house while they're in the area. Maybe 3 blocks over, there's another house that wants to be sold. So as they're leaving that area, you can send them a message and say, hey, make sure you check out this house at 2121 Canyon Road. So here you are, you're sending out those messages. Everything is working just like it's supposed to work. And you have a complete communication with the buyer. The real estate agent himself, through his apps, has complete and direct communication to the buyers. And once again, you must have the app downloaded. The E2 beacon is a 1,000-yard beacon. It's used in front of the house as a welcome message. They can stick it on the sign. They can stick it anywhere they want to stick it. The pocket beacon is used inside the home to link virtual tours, a landing page, maybe a feedback form. What do you think of the house, etc. And the keychain beacon is used, as it says, on your keychain. It's got a lanyard on it. They can put it in their pocket. They can put their keys on it. A lot of people just put it in their pocket. I take the lanyards off of them. It's easy to go in your pocket. I actually take the keychain portion of it off too. I keep it in my pocket. I carry it everywhere I go. I don't carry keys with me, so therefore I don't need a keychain. But you can put it around your neck as a lanyard. You can put a card around it or whatever you need to do. So very easy to use. Let's talk about these beacons real quick. The keychain beacon or the tag beacon is a C6 menu beacon. Is designed based on the low energy Bluetooth 4.0 technology. It's a wearable tag that supports to attach to it somebody's neck string or keychain. It's widely used for trade shows, conferences, events. I just keep mine in my pocket. It's constantly transmitting 24 hours a day. This keychain beacon does not have an on and off switch. It's constantly running. The battery life is about 9 months. It takes a CR2032 battery. It is replaceable. Very easy to do. You literally pop it open from down here at the bottom where this little keychain dongle is. You pop it open, take that battery out, put the other battery in. You can get 3 of them at the dollar store for $1. So they're very cheap. They're very inexpensive. When I deliver these beacons, I always deliver an extra battery with them. That way and show them exactly how to change it and let them know that the battery's only going to last about 9 months. It's just a small watch battery. Programmed mini beacon standard firmware. The max is 80 meters. The max is 80 meters. That's 3 times 8. That's about 240 feet. I've gotten 268 feet out of mine. Depending on what's blocking your way, if it's a clear area. I live out in the middle of nowhere. So the max is 80 meters advertising distance, wearable option, Nextreme keychain, ultra low power consumption, powered by the small coin battery. Battery is replaceable. The E2 beacon is our granddaddy beacon, okay? This is 1,000 meters. It's widely used in commercial advertising and indoor location-based service. It is waterproof, can be used inside and outside. The 10 years battery life is when it's set at its minimum of about 500 meters. You're going to get about 2 to 3 years battery life when you set this at a max of about 1,000 foot. I let people know 3 to 5 years. The operation temperature is anywhere from minus 22 to 158 degrees. So you can literally take this beacon anywhere. A lot of people put these on the dashboard of their cars. A lot of people put these in their seat. They carry them in their cars all the time. I've got a guy that has these on the back of his truck, right on the inside of the bed of his truck, and it transmits perfectly. And they are waterproof and set outdoor. The Pocket Beacon, the Mini i7, is a very popular, very, very popular. I sell literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these beacons, okay? It has an external on and off switch down here on the bottom. Both the E2 beacon and the Pocket Beacon turn on the same way. It has a switch on it. You just push in the button, hold it down for about 5 seconds. It'll turn on a steady blue. Once it's steady blue, it's on. If you hold in the beacon, if you hold in the button for about 5 seconds when it's on, it'll flash blue 3 or 4 times. And once it flashes blue 3 or 4 times, it's turned off. This is the dashboard right here. It's very easy to do. Your GeoFence notifications. You can set up as many notifications as you want. You can set up multiple notifications around a property. You can set up multiple notifications around multiple properties, as many in and out notifications as you want to set up. Proven results, 27% return from just keychain. Knowledge from the feedback form to make improvements to sell faster. Those feedback forms just are not used enough. Got one customer that uses it to get a feedback on customer service. It works very, very well. Very, very, very well. And so start using those feedback forms more. Those feedback forms are probably one of the most important things that somebody should have a beacon sitting at the front of their store that people are getting hit with. And then if they've got, let's say that it's not a real estate, and I'm going to get off of the PowerPoint for just a second. But let's say it's not a real estate, but it's just a normal store, or even a real estate company. You should have a feedback form attached to the beacon. I mean the GeoFence notifications. You can literally take these feedback form links and put them in your GeoFence and say, hey, could you give us a feedback? You can take that link. If you want it to be done, we can add that. We can put the form right inside the app. And then it's not going to track, it'll track the clicks. It's not going to track the notifications if it's not being sent out by a beacon. But if it's being sent out by a beacon, that's extremely powerful information to receive so that the person on the other end, via the realtor, can know exactly what's going on in that house so he knows if it can be sold or not. Communication, communication, communication is as powerful as location, location, location. If customers do not know what they're doing, if customers do not understand what's going on in the market, guess what? They're going to go find a realtor that's going to communicate with them. Communication is extremely important. And it shows people you are always working for them. Always working for them. The one thing that upsets me more than anything, if I've got someone selling me something, is the fact that I don't know if they're working or not. But if my realtor called me and said, hey, Carrie, we're going to put a beacon on your front door. We're going to put a beacon in your living room. We want this thing broadcasting out. We're going to set up geofences around your property. I'm constantly marketing my app to new customers. That way, when they're coming in this area, they're going to get the information that they need. It works totally as a package. You guys, excuse me for 1 second. literally about to choke to death. But you want to show people that you're always working for them, right? You always want to show them that they're doing everything they can to sell your home. Investment options. The price ranges from about $200 to $499 setup. The monthly fees range from $70 to $169 a month, depending on what package they get. And I'm here to tell you, that is very, very inexpensive. Okay, very inexpensive for what everything they get. They're getting native apps, they're getting the beacons, they're getting everything they need. And you need to express that to them. I mean, you think about it, their products are constantly selling for them. And that's what they want to do. And then down on the bottom and down here, it says contact for your custom package. It should say contact us. Matter of fact, let me change that real quick. Give me 1 second here. I actually rolled off of the thing here. Hopefully everybody can still see this. I'm going to change that on there real quick. Contact us for your custom package. So that way they know who to contact. You're going to be talking to the people. These are for when you go in and you're doing maybe an entire brokerage house or something. I don't know if I would take a presentation in for an individual. You may want to. You can set this up on your phone if you've got PowerPoint on your phone. So very easy to do. Once again, the links. Did everybody get the links? Did everybody get the links that I sent out? They're in the chat box. Did everybody get that? Let me send out. I'm gonna put it back in the chat box right now. There you go. And all you have to do is download it. And then of course, you end it by presented by, put your information in here. You're absolutely, buddy, no problem. Put your information in here and you're good to go. Okay, any questions on the PowerPoint presentation? It's meant to be short. Usually in these presentations, you've only got anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So you don't want it to be long. You want to go through it just like I did. I mean, literally, I think it took me 10 minutes without all the other talking. So any questions at all on the presentation? Yes, you can use it just like it is. I mean, I would go in like where it says company name here. I would change my company name. And presented by, you'll want to put that information in there. Yes. The beacons, these are the beacons that they have the option to get. With the basic package, they get a pocket beacon. So in the basic package, which is very, very inexpensive, you should be selling those all day long. They get a pocket beacon. Now they can't upsell. You can't upsell more beacons. The website should be out this week. I've been in and out of town about 20 times between vacation and work. So the websites I'm going to be working on the rest of this week. And by next Tuesday, we should have the website completely finished. Yep, everybody can have one. What I recommend is you go out and you find yourself a payment gateway. I recommend like Moon Clerk or something like that. That way you can send me your payment links and I will link them directly to your page so that they can buy directly from you. You're paying up front. You're collecting money from them. I'm not, and you're paying me. So yeah, we're basically wholesaling and you're retailing. That's correct. Yeah. Keeps it clean. I mean, you don't work for me. You don't work for my company. You own your own company. You're just buying from me. That's correct. Okay, the next thing we're going to get into, and I've been asked these questions a couple of times, and I'm going to repost this thing right here. This is CSS code. And I'm going to show you how to do this, okay? Let me see here. I'm going to open this up on my computer. That file that I just sent you. And I'm going to show you how to use this. Let me bring this over here. Oh, gosh, man. Can everybody see the CSS code? And I'm gonna go through this, and then I'm gonna show you how to do some of this. I recommend that you go in and do a markdown card and you practice this yourself. Okay. Headers can be of the following type: H1 through H6. This is the size. This is the size of the font. Okay, of the header font. So H1 is 1 hashtag, 2 is 2 hashtags, 3, etc. So you can see down here, if you come down here and you're going to do a header, okay, replace H2 with suitable header. Replace this with required color code. So right here, you would do H2, color code. This is the color code. And this is what you copy right here. Okay, this is what you copy right here. So if you're doing a header, you're going to do H2, and then you can see right here that that's 2 hashtags. That's how you know which header you're going to change. So let me copy this. You copy it exact, bracket to bracket, okay? Bracket to bracket. We're going to come over here. Let me change my screen. I'm going to create a card here real quick. I'm going to use this card. Okay, you can see that this right here is 2 hashtags, okay? So that's an H2. This is an H1. I'm going to come down here to Style. And I'm going to come to Custom CSS. And I'm going to drop that in there. And if you'll notice, it changed the color of this text right here. This is the H2. Now, if I wanted to change the H1, I would simply come in here and type in H1. And you can see it change the H1. Now, let's say that I want to change the H1. And I want to change the H2. I would simply just drop both codes in there. Does everybody understand that? I simply copied the code off the page. I simply copied the header code off the page right here. Okay. Now, if you want to change the paragraph, let me put some paragraph text in here real quick. Okay, this is a paragraph, and you can see it's gray. All right. Now I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to grab this paragraph text. Let me pull it back over. Let me show you. Okay, you can see right here the paragraph text, okay? Right here. We're going to copy this code. We're going to go copy. I'm going to go back to my screen. We're going to drop this in here. You can see the P right there for the paragraph. We've changed the paragraph text. And you can see it changed right there. Now, if I want to make that white, all I have to do is come in here and get the code for that. White is FF. And you can see, I did that on the H2. So you can see I changed the H2 to white. If I want to change the H1 to red, I think it's FFF000, I think. No, that's yellow. Maybe it's FFFF. Doesn't matter. That's yellow too. I can't remember what, but anyway, you can see you can change the colors to whatever you want them. If I wanted to change the paragraph text to white, I literally just go in there and put it in and it's white. Okay. So this is very, very easy to do. Let's come over here and do something else here. New share. Background color of markdown code. Okay, replace this with whatever color you want. Okay, so we need to come over here. We need to pull this code. Container main. Copy. We're going to come down. Always make sure you leave these closed and open brackets in here. Okay. You can see it change the background color right here. So let's say we want to make that black, which is 000000. And we can change it to black. And that's how you change the background colors. All right. Now on the button colors, yeah, this is pretty cool. Yeah, and it's very easy to do. The biggest thing you got to do with right here is I'm on the notepad screen. Shoot, hang on a second. Let me go back over here. Okay, you can see I put the container right here. This is the container, the background color. Can everybody see it now? And it changed to black. Okay, got it. This is the container right here. Now we're going to come over because I am switching back and forth between the screens. We're going to get the button color. So we're going to come right here. Button, background, and text color for best offers theme, replace with required color code. Middle button, okay. For the rest of the themes, replace the required color code. This. So this is for the one that's got the middle button. This is the one I think we're going to use right here. Let's see. Yep. And you can see we changed the middle button right here. Let's change it to FFFF00. And it's yellow. And that's how you change the middle button. We go back over here. The image size can be set, replace 100 with the required image size and try to maintain aspect ratio. So this is for your image size right here, depending on what image you put in there. But this is very straightforward, very easy to do. You can change anything you want on here. The middle button, there's a theme up here. Let me go back. There's a theme up here that actually has a middle button in it. This is a middle button right here. This is a middle button right here. These middle buttons right here. This is everything else. All these have buttons on the bottom. All right. Any questions on that at all? And of course, you can create your own markdown card. It's just a blank. I highly recommend that you use the templates that are on here. They're very easy to use. I mean, like this template right here, I've told you many times, is very popular. But you can change these images and change these background images and all this stuff. You know, very easy to use. Looks like fun. I'll be sending you questions, of course. You know, like this real estate. You don't need to do anything else on this real estate except change the image. Okay, change the image. Put, you know, the text in here. You don't even have to come in here and change any of the hashtags or anything. I mean, this is ready to go. All you got to do is come in here and put the information. That's all you have to do. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is what I would blow out on the front of the beacon, and I would put my a link to my my app on here, and I'd put a download link also on here for Google Play, and also for Apple if they've got an Apple phone. I mean, if they bought the Apple package. Yes, correct. That is correct. Yeah, it's very, very simple to do. This is just a simple WYSIWYG program. I mean, it does everything for you. Correct. Somebody was asking about forms earlier. Let me show you on this one right here. I'm going to add a form. Click here for our survey. There's the form button right there. And they click there, and it goes to the survey. Of course, it goes to the survey on the phone, but surveys are very, very important. I highly recommend. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to see if that's considered a middle button. Don't be afraid to get in here and test around on this stuff when you're doing it. Now let me change this here real quick. I'm going to see if I can get the CSS code to change this button right here. Let me see if it's the other button. Hang on a second. I may have it. I just don't know. Yeah, that does it right there. We'll make this yellow. So it's the same. It's the same as the regular button. So if one of these, if you're confused on which button it is, just try both of these. But you can see here, I can change the button color and change the text color. The first one is the text. Yes. Yeah, you saw that. The first one is the text. The second one is the background color. It says color right here. important, background, important. So you change the color of the text. The color is the text. The background is the background of the button. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty slick. CSS is very simple. I'm going to show you two things that's very important. When you pull this off of here, what screen am I on? Okay, let me go back over here. When you pull this off of here, if you'll notice, in front of every bracket, there is something. This letter is what controls what it goes to. So, for example, right up here, H2. If you pull off this H2, okay, and there's H2 on there, or you want to change it to H1, whatever it is, when you pull that off, you've got to make sure that the H2 is picked up right before the bracket and everything within the bracket. And everybody see this closed bracket right here? This is an open bracket. This is a closed bracket. This closed bracket has to be on there. The number one thing I have people call me for that says, hey, can I change the background color or whatever? They'll copy everything, okay? They'll copy everything. They'll go right here. They'll go container main all the way to right here, and they'll copy that, and guess what? They forget. And then they call and say, hey, this doesn't work. How come it doesn't work? 99.99999% of the time, it's because they don't come all the way down and copy the closed bracket. That tells the program that, hey, this goes here. This is where it starts. This is where it stops. Because you can't, if you go in here and put another code in here, then it's going to screw up the code. So make sure you put the closed bracket for everything. Yes. Yeah, a little bit of programming, right? A little bit of programming. You learned something. Like if I wanted to change this background color right here, let me come over here and pull background. Let me see what page am I on. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to just put a space, and I'm going to drop a background in there. And you can see it changes the background, but I don't want that to be my background color. I want my background color to be, I don't know what color this is going to be, but we'll see. Oh, that's red right there. Okay. So I want the background color to be red or whatever color I want it to be. Of course, then I'm going to have to come up and change the text, right? So I want my background to be red, but I need to make, this is, let's see, this is a header 5. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to pull header 5. I'm not going to switch back and forth. I'm just going to do this so you guys can see it. I'm going to pull header 5. I'm going to copy. I'm going to make this header 5. And I'm going to make this white. That's header 6. Header 6. Got to count the number of brackets. So that's header 6. I changed that to white. Okay, this next one is header 3. So I'm going to copy this code again. I'm going to change this to header 3. And header 3 is going to change to white, right? We're going to change the background text to white. So let me go over and pull that. The paragraph text. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop that in. Okay, we changed the paragraph text. We're going to change that to white. All right. And there we go. Contact broker. We can change that button color. Remember, we changed it to yellow. So if the top one's yellow, the bottom one's yellow. Any questions at all? Very easy to do. And once again, let me put the color code zip in there. You can download it right on your computer. Just go to that link and that's the same text that I'm using, text file I'm using, you can have. Any questions at all? Anybody? The real estate app is ready for launch. Yes, is ready for launch. The websites, I'm working on it tomorrow. Just got back in town this weekend, and my vacations are over for the year, except for the weekends now. So I try to do something every week to keep my mind fresh. I've been in Colorado for the last 8 weeks, and did a couple, 2 or 3 trainings from Colorado. Absolutely beautiful up there. Been hiking in the Rockies, and I lost 29 pounds. So let me recommend, go to Colorado, go to the Rocky Mountains, and lose 29 pounds in 8 weeks. It's amazing. And I feel 1,000,000% better. If I start gaining it back, I'll go back to the Rockies. Absolutely. All right, if there's no questions, I saw Charlie on here earlier. Charlie, I sent you an email. You obviously got it because you're on the training. I'll have your platform up tomorrow. Your beacons were boxed up today. I think they'll ship out in the morning is the email I got. Dale, I think Nicole, I saw Dale check in somewhere. Dale, I think Nicole sent you an email earlier. I think that's just about it. Will, I'll be talking to you in the morning as soon as I talk to the programmers. Absolutely. All right, guys. This is ready to go sell. I recommend you go sell about 1,000 of them. Earn you about $50,000 a month, and you'll be a happy camper. That's right. That's right. Yeah, the small package, I want to say it's $79 and $39 a month. If I think that's correct, $79 and $39 a month on the app, the Pocket Beacon, and the upload to the Google Play. And you get the geofencing and the push notifications with that. Very inexpensive. If you've already got beacons, you still have to buy the package. I mean, I was going to separate it out, but I did not. It's just too much of a headache. It's easier just to package it with the beacons that come with it. You get the beacons, upsell the beacons that you have, upsell the beacons that you have. Absolutely. I can tell you this, beacon technology is exploding. I can't remember the number right offhand. I'm going to put some stats out. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days that puts some stats out that will blow your mind. And beacon technology is absolutely exploding. People say, "Well, I can't sell these." If you can't sell this technology, you're probably not on planet Earth. You're probably not on planet Earth. There's been millions and millions of beacons sold in the last year. Millions. And we're selling thousands and thousands. So, all right, guys. Well, and ladies, thank you so much for being here tonight. God bless. And we will see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're going to go into the real estate platform. We're going to do one last training on that. We'll brief over if there's any questions on the real estate presentation. Once again, this is one that's been used and proven. So I recommend that you go through it, you understand it, you use it, and we're gonna talk. We'll talk some stats next week. We'll do an update. But I am going to be putting a video out here in the next couple of days on what's happening from now till 2020, and the numbers are staggering. The numbers are staggering. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much, and ladies, thank you so much for coming out. God bless, and I will see you next Tuesday.